Hey guys, this is ShyGamerMaile and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is something a little different. It's not a let's play video or a commentary video, but a gift guide video. So a couple years back, or I don't know, maybe even last year, I filmed a video called My Favorite Nintendo Switch Accessories, and I had such fun filming that video. Talked about a couple of my favorite accessories that I had picked up over the last year or so that I had owned my Switch, some ones that I personally used and felt like I could safely recommend. And since Christmas is so close, I think it's like a week or two away at this point, I decided to film kind of a holiday gift guide for the Nintendo Switch. So just some accessories and a couple of games I recommend for the system for maybe for you if you want to pick up something during the holidays or for a friend or a loved one. So without further ado, let's jump right on into the video. All right, so for our first accessory, when you get your Nintendo Switch, you might actually want to consider picking up a couple of different controllers, whether or not you want to pick up a controller that's more suited for TV play, or maybe some extra controllers in addition. The Nintendo Switch does not actually come with an orthodox controller. It comes with a set of controllers called the JoyCon that are attached to the system. So here is a Nintendo Switch, my handy dandy Nintendo Switch. This is a Joy-Con. It detaches like so, and you can turn it sideways and use it for a controller, or you can just hook it on when your Switch, whoopsie, is in handheld mode and use it to play your games. So the Joy-Cons might be good for some of you, but for others, you may want something more similar to a standard controller. So I can wholeheartedly recommend that if that's something you're looking for, you pick this guy up. This is the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It is very similar to an Xbox controller, and I've had this controller, this Pro controller, since launch, and whenever my Nintendo Switch is docked, this controller is my absolute go-to controller. So it's got some nice smooth analog sticks. This D-pad isn't so great for when you're trying to play something like fighting games, but it comes in handy for some of the other Switch titles like the NES library. Not the greatest thing in the world, but still passably good. Capture button, home button, minus plus, and your standard A, B, X, Y. This controller has incredible battery life. It can go, for me at least, almost a week without charging. I believe it has 40 hours of battery life or so. And yeah, just on one charge, you get incredible value. So takes about maybe 2 hours to recharge this controller. When it gets totally empty, then you don't have to worry about it for a week, depending on your gameplay habits. So the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, awesome controller, probably one of my favorite of this generation. So you've gotten your Pro controller, but you want more controllers to play with your friends and family, but you don't want to pay the $70+ it might take for another Pro controller. So I have a great alternative for you. This is a PowerA Shadow controller, specifically the Legend of Zelda Shadow controller. PowerA has been making awesome theme controllers since the Switch came out, and this one is just one of many awesome designs. This is a wired Switch controller, so it needs to be hooked directly into the console in order to work. Now, The Switch Pro controller is about $70, I believe, if I'm remembering the price correctly off the top of my head. This PowerA controller is about $25 when it's not on sale, but it often goes down to about $15 during the season. And PowerA makes a bunch of different series of controllers. They actually make some wireless controllers with the same layout as well, but this one's wired because I use it for Smash Bros. Specifically because I like using wired controllers for fighting games. So this controller is extremely comfortable. I love the way it feels. The shoulder buttons are nice and kind of clicky. The analog sticks feel great, nice and comfy. This D-pad is actually really killer. I love using it in the NES library, and I love the capture buttons and everything, and the regular face buttons just feel so comfy. So if you're looking for a cost-effective manner of procuring controllers for multiplayer, and you don't feel like shelling out the extra cash for multiple Pro controllers, then I would look into some PowerA controllers, because these little controllers are just awesome. I've been using this one over the past year for Super Smash Bros, and I haven't had any trouble with it yet. I've also actually used it by hooking it via USB to my computer, and it actually works as a controller for your computer as well. So if you are a PC gamer and you're looking for a good controller, this is a cost-effective and extremely comfortable alternative for you. So there you go. The PowerA wired controller. Alright, now that we've covered controllers and we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk game cartridge storage. I love playing my Nintendo Switch on the go, and I also love having all of my games in one place. I don't like keeping them in their boxes, the games in their boxes or sleeves. I keep them in some cases. So I've been using these game cases for over several years. Switch came out in 2017, so I've been using all of these containers since launch, and I absolutely love them. They were actually in my past video, and I feel so comfortable about recommending these to you guys again. So first we've got my favorite cartridge case option. This is the PowerA Nintendo Switch cartridge holder. It's a hardcover cartridge holder. The front is rubber, and usually what I do is when I want to play my Nintendo Switch on the go, I throw my Switch in its case, and then I take these and throw them in too. And I've had all of my cases since launch, so 2017, 3 years give or take, and as you can see, these holders are still in pristine shape. So let me crack this open for you and you can see the inside. This is hard rubber right here, and you can hold up to 12 games at a time in each cartridge case. And there's even a small slot if you want to pack some SD cards, and you can switch those out on the fly. The games are really easy to take out, and then you don't have to worry about your games getting all messed up or missing, because they'll be secure in your handy dandy PowerA case. As you can tell, love the brand PowerA. So these little cartridge cases come in different themes and colors. So this is the black Breath of the Wild cartridge case. Huge Zelda fan, and so I absolutely love this design. And then I also have another one. This is a blue case with the Hylian Crest on it, filled with all of my favorite games. And again, had this one since launch, and as you can see, no scuff marks or anything, in really pristine condition. Now, these cases, I haven't seen these in actual stores in a while, but I know that you can find them on Amazon. You can find these two Zelda ones, and I believe there is also a Mario POW block one and a Mario question mark block one. One's yellow, and I believe the other is blue. And these are just awesome storage containers, so wholeheartedly recommend these. Now, if you don't want to have your games kept 12 and 12 like I do, I have another option for you. This is the Hori Nintendo Switch game cartridge storage case, and I've used this when I didn't want to take these two along. Mostly when I do flying, I will put all of my cartridges in this one box so that I don't have to worry that I've lost this one or maybe this one. So let me flip this open for you. You can carry a whole ton of cartridges in here. I believe there's enough room for 24, and there's also some storage for some SD cards here as well. Great case. My only complaint with this is when I put a cartridge in, sometimes it can be difficult to remove, and sometimes you have to be a little rough with it to get the cartridge out. Might damage it a little bit. But as long as you are nice and careful, you don't have to worry about this case harming your cartridges. I haven't had a single accident with it so far, because I'm very careful removing my games from here. So we've got the two options for you. Personally, I recommend this one more than this one. This one you might still be able to find in store still somewhere. These might be harder to find because it's been quite a while since I've seen them in store. You might find them here in the United States at either maybe Best Buy, Target, or GameStop. Otherwise, you can definitely find them on Amazon. While we are on the subject of storage, let's actually talk game console storage, specifically on-the-go storage. I only have one case to recommend to you guys because I'm not the type to own multiple cases. I just have my one case that I use whenever I'm on the go for my Switch. This was also in my accessories video. This is the RDS Industries Game Traveler Deluxe case for the Nintendo Switch. It is a hard shell case. Had this since launch, literally since 2017. Bought it within a week of buying my Switch on launch night. And it's got a handle. The inside looks like so. This is a pouch to store some game cartridges, some wires, whatever you feel like you need. Then, as you can see, there is a recess at the bottom of this case, and it actually comes with two game cartridge holders in case you don't feel like lugging around one of those larger ones that I showed you earlier. You just put your Nintendo Switch inside this case, throw it in your bag, and you're prepared. Use this case religiously since the Switch's launch, and as you can see, it's really no worse for wear. It's taken a lot of abuse because I used to commute to school on a bus, and this would go straight into my backpack every single day. And really, look at this. No sign of wear or tear. and my Switch looks absolutely immaculate still. So this is a great case. This next accessory isn't something that you necessarily need, but I play in tabletop mode a lot, so I use this next thing quite often. This is the Hori Nintendo Switch tabletop stand, and I love using the stand because I love playing in tabletop mode. And the thing that bothers me about the Nintendo Switch in tabletop mode is that you can't charge the system while you're playing in tabletop mode. And this accessory completely solves that problem, because when you put your Switch on it, the charging port is now open, so you can charge and play at the same time. So I'll bring this with me when I go to a coffee shop, or sometimes when I'm taking a break in the library from working on my homework or something like that. I will use this stand in combination with a charging cord, and I don't have to worry about my Nintendo Switch running out of power. And this stand is just as old as my Switch, so this stand is about 3 years old. And it's a little rough around the edges, but it still works perfectly in my opinion. I believe Hori also makes metal versions of this stand now, because I believe I saw a red metal Mario one that they have going right now. So if you want something a little more durable, you can spring for the metal one. I believe you can purchase that at Target, but otherwise this is a great investment if you play in tabletop mode really often. Again, this is something you don't really need, but it's nice to have, and it's pretty easy to store. Just throw this in with your stuff, and it's ready for you whenever you need it. Those of you who play multiplayer games on the Switch know that there's not really a great chat option available. I play a lot of multiplayer on Switch with my friends, Monster Hunter, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, things like that. And the Nintendo Switch chat app is absolutely abysmal. So I often use things like Discord or Skype in their place. But sometimes I like having all the game sound centered in a pair of headphones. And for a while, there was really no way for me to cleanly mix game audio and chat audio at the same time. So I would play with a pair of headphones on, but I would leave one muff off so I could hear my friends talk to me and tell me where to position myself, often in Monster Hunter. But there is a solution to that. So this is a set of headphones, a pair of Nintendo Switch headphones specifically. These are Astro A10 headphones. There you go. And these are amazing headphones. These are specifically Nintendo Switch or Zelda themed headphones. You'll only find these, or this theme, for Nintendo Switch. As you can see, awesome looking muffs. And using one hand to film this, but there's a mic right here that you can bend into place, and when you snap it up into the upright position, it goes into mute. These have great sound quality. I love the way they sound. I actually use them for my PS4 as well. And what makes these headphones so great for the Nintendo Switch is that they actually come with this little dongle right here, this weird dongle. And as you can see, there are two jacks right here, or two lines right here, really. So you plug your headphones into this end right here, and then there are two jacks, one goes to your audio option. So I might put this into my iPad or into my cell phone. And then one goes into the Switch. And audio from both is sent straight into your headphones. So sometimes I use this when I'm playing Monster Hunter with my friends. I'll plug one end into my iPad and have Discord running. Other goes into my Switch. I can hear the audio from the game and I can hear my friends talking at the same time. Great stuff. I love having that option. One complaint about these headphones is that over time they do get a tiny bit stuffy, but as long as you keep them shifted here and there, they're pretty good. I had to kind of figure out the proper way to wear them for my head size, but once I got the measurements down, these are actually quite comfy. And I believe these are actually $60 at GameStop or even online. And this bundle or this package of headphones is the only one that comes with this little dongle because it was specifically made with the Nintendo Switch in mind. There are other A10s that are available in different colors and different themes, but I believe these Zelda ones are the only ones that offer the dongle that connect all the audio from your device of choice in the Switch and send them to the headphones. So Astro A10s for the Nintendo Switch. Great option if you want to combine all the audio on the chat. Actually, this is just a great option in general if you're looking for a great pair of console headphones, or heck, even PC headphones, because I use these when I chat on my computer all the time. Alright, so that's all the accessories that I recommend for the Nintendo Switch. Next, we're going to talk about games, but when I was looking through my camera roll, I didn't realize that I had as much footage as I have. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into a part 1 and a part 2. Part 1 is accessories, part 2 is games. So if you're interested in hearing about some Nintendo Switch game recommendations, go ahead and head over to part 2. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a very happy holiday. Merry Christmas and all my wishes for an amazing new year. Thank you so much for stopping by this video, and I hope it helped you even just a little bit. So, once again, this is ShyGamerMaile sending you all my best for a very merry holiday season. And if you're going to head on over to part 2, I'll see you there. Otherwise, have fun and just keep on having just an amazing holiday season and experiencing some terrific games. This is ShyGamerMaile signing out.